Hello and happy 4th of July. This is Teresa and welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by, and I've had some really good conversations on YouTube lately, whether it be in live comments or comments on the video itself. It's been nice. So thank you for that. Okay, so today is Junk Journal July 2024, day 4, and our prompt is labels. Now that's plural. I can go plural. I had an idea for one, but I can go plural. Okay. So I also had a question about how I did this journal, and I did use these flashcards that I bought from the dollar store. I chose these because they were the biggest flashcards that were there. And then I do have a diary that I bought, and it has all these, enough blank pages for me to be able to use. So I did this because I wanted to use the numbers. And some of the pages are like extras. And for instance, I'm using this page front and back that is mounted to a flashcard as an extra. So it's for ephemera. And then I am marking out the month. But I liked the old paper, I liked that it was lined, and I liked that I was going to be able to use the numbers. The first thing I'm going to need to do on this one, and one of the things I mentioned to a viewer who asked me about this, is that I didn't always just take the pages and glue them to a flashcard. Sometimes I left a folio intact, like right here. And so you've got a signature that is multiple pages. So you would take a page and you would fold it in half, and then you would have multiple pages like that. And that would be a signature. But when you tear pages out of a book, if you do it by taking the binding apart, you'll get what's called folios, which is technically 4 pages, 1, 2, 3, and then this is glued, but that would be 4. And so it's just like one big page folded in half, like if you were creating a journal. Now, I just had to acclimate my brain as to where I was at for a minute there. I am at the step of covering up. Let's see, let's just pull the whole thing out. Oh, here, I've been using this little mini envelope that I made. Oh, I didn't pay attention. That's not really long enough. Alright, so that's too long there. I don't want to keep taking my... Ooh, we could use this. It's a bit long, but I can tear it. That would be fun. Wow, my scissors are getting roughed up. I use these a lot. These were a wonderful purchase. Happy 4th of July, everybody, by the way. Let freedom ring. Thank God for our independence. I just pray that it stays that way. We got a heat wave on the way here in my area, in the Treasure Valley area. I'm sure, well, like Oregon, Ontario, I think, I saw it was going to get real hot too, but the heat warning, weather warning, whatever they call it, starts. Hi Kathy, I just saw your hello. Thanks for joining me. The heat warning starts tomorrow, I think. I just need to get my screen bigger so I can see things. Okay, that's better. Yeah, it looks like it might get up to like 111 or maybe higher. I don't know. Well, okay, 111, I saw that number as a Boise high. So, and then there were texts that said it could get higher than that. It could surmount that. Do I want to glue that? No, I don't think so. I think I'm going to, and that's actually like a label there. So there's one label. Okay, so now I am going to do a bit of collaging. I'll just do that this way. Where's my glue book? Idaho. I'm in Caldwell, Idaho. Yeah, that is hot. It's like Arizona weather, not Idaho weather. It's like, and when we got back, because we spent the winter in Arizona, and when we got back, it was really windy. And I was like, what the heck? The Arizona wind, Yuma, Arizona wind followed us. And now the heat's following us. Alright, now we need some more paper for collaging. This is so fun when we have Junk Journal July or Junk Journal January. Oh yeah. I used to live, so Kathy said in the chat that she is in West Virginia and it's 90 degrees and humid there. I was born in Ohio, so it was nice when I came back west to escape some of that humidity. This little piece of scrap here is from a receipt that I got from a thrift store in Boise, and I always keep them, and I just wrinkle them up and ink them. Of my little visit to the thrift store. This is my favorite thrift store in the area at this point. I'm excited about next week because there is a an old calendar would work. There's like a vintage event, flea market type event at the Expo building downtown. And so, well, Garden City isn't really downtown. But anyways, I'm excited excited about that. That would look cool there. I love that idea. I love calendar pages and diary pages, and I love making planners, junk journal planners. In fact, doing a junk journal planner, I don't remember if it was my very first one, but I think it might have been. Anyways, that is the first and only journal that I've been able to sell, so that told me that planners are popular. I do have a Ko-fi shop where I have some few items for sale. I'm not a big seller. The reason I sell is because I live in a travel trailer. Well, I mean, I'm not a big hoarder anyways. I am and I'm not. So I wouldn't want to collect and keep every journal that I ever made. But also because I buy a lot of my stuff, my materials, my supplies from Amazon. You know, you get 100 of something, and I only needed, say, 5. I did go through my book rings finally and had to reorder on book rings, but not the bigger ones. I don't really like to use the bigger ones as much, so I just bought the little ones this time. Anyways, I don't like putting all that stuff in storage and not using it. So I put together starter packs for new junk journalers, and so I have those on my Ko-fi shop, and then some other things. Oh, I found this great Braille book at the thrift store, and it's got a lot of pages, and I don't need all those pages. So I put those, you know, individual pages for sale. Just things like that, just some extras that I don't need. And then I do some ephemera packs. I just got 2 neat French books in the mail, and I did a Happy Meal share yesterday or the day before. So if you wanted to take a look at those, they're on another video. But eventually, I'm going to start taking some of these pages that I've torn out and tearing them up into scraps, because I know it's hard for people to tear into these beautiful papers, and putting like vintage book page scrap kits, scrap bags. I haven't thought of a catchy name for it yet. And I've sold some ephemera packs, but you know, pre-made ephemera. But I haven't sold any of the beginner junk journal kits yet, which kind of surprised me, because I thought it was a great idea for people who, you know, don't want to spend tons of money. Don't we all, Kathy? We all need to downsize. I could have used some of this. Darn it, I forgot about that. And that's right there beside me, looking at me. Okay, so now I've got one label here. And are there any labels in here, so to speak? Not technically, no. These are from the Junk Journal July PDF that you could get from Get Messy, because this collaboration that I'm following the prompts for is she doesn't have her name on here. sponsored by at Meg Journals in collaboration with Get Messy Art. Any labels over here? Okay, what defines a label? You know, you could use something like this and call that a label. I like that. That's cute. But I'm going to hold off on that because, so I've decided for this, looking for my pen, for this collaboration, Junk Journal July, that I was going to read the prompt and then I was going to sit and think about it for a minute. And when I read the prompt labels and I sat here for a minute and thought about it, first of all, I said label in my head. So I wasn't thinking labels. But then I got into my idea book. And wait a minute, what's going on here? This always opens really easily. It's just because I'm doing this on camera that it won't open easily. Come on, my friend. I cannot believe. There you go. So I opened up my idea book, which is an altered book. And I decided to go with my scrap label clusters with a twist. I have several in here, and I decided to go with this one. And I learned this, or was inspired to do this from Camellia Crafts Designs. She did a video called Scrap Label Clusters with a Twist. That's awesome, Kathy. Kathy says that she's done a January challenge, and this will be her first July challenge with May. All right, so I'm going to, well, I didn't really want to cover my verse up, but maybe I can trim a little bit off on the sides. Oh, that is perfect. This is a little label right here too. I just love how this is coming together. This is, oh lordy, this is Designer Series paper from Stampin' Up. So I had some scraps of Designer Series paper. I still have some, and I used to be a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and so I have a lot of Stampin' Up stuff. In fact, these are embellishments from Stampin' Up. Then there's some cheesecloth here, and this is just a little label I found somewhere, some book page, and then there's a little bit more scrap from here, just right there. And then there is a eyelet, which, now that I think of it, I think I want to do do something with that eyelet. I feel like it'll be too crowded though. I won't do it for this, but that's the twist of this, is that you can hang a charm or something from here. I think that I'm going to glue here, here, and here, and leave this so it will come up in case I decide I want to attach a charm there. In case I change my mind. It's fun to leave yourself open for options. I'm not sure that's the way I wanted to say that, but I think you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. Now, if you're new to my channel, you'll see my shaky hands, and mostly this one. And that is because I have what is called familiar tremors. So I know that when I'm watching somebody and I see something, I wonder. I just wonder, because I'm nosy that way. There's a gal that is a YouTuber. No, it wasn't Stampin' Up that just went out of business. It was another one that a lot of people transitioned to Stampin' Up as a result of that one closing. Close to my heart, I think, is what it might have been. I've never been involved with that company, so their name doesn't stand real prominently in my mind. So now we have a little pocket here. And, oh, this is from my idea book. It came off. Yep, and so a tag will fit in there. This is just a little doodad that I made for decoration. Has a little something that I made from the San Diego Zoo because we went there for Christmas. Okay, so how are we doing here with this page? I was kind of pulling on it. Okay, everything's good. So now we have Spark for day 1, postcard. This is a hidden postcard for day 2. And then we have origami for day 3. And we have, oh, it doesn't want to sit right because of the weird construction of this. So we have, what is this? Labels. I better write labels because I'm not remembering that. I hear you, Kathy. A little bit of something from every company. But I was very true and loyal to Stampin' Up. I really put my heart and soul into it for about 5 years maybe. And I really never made much money off of it. So when I was distracted by junk journaling, I just went all in. I loved it. I was obsessed with it. So we need a little something. Let's grab the, not that, the distress crayons. Let's use those. Plan screenshot here. So when I started doing junk journaling, I was gonna I told myself, well, you've got so much Stampin' Up, Teresa. You just need to use your Stampin' Up stuff. You don't have to buy Tim Holtz distressed ink and all that other stuff. All those different glues and everything. I had Tombow glue, I had all the Stampin' Up inks, stamps, die sets, everything. It was my goal to try and buy everything from the catalog. I didn't, but it was a lofty goal. I think this color here would look kind of cool in this area. So I'm going to just spritz that with a little bit of water. And then I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to do this. And then this is a really pretty blue color, but I don't really see an area that I want. Yeah, I think I could get away with this. I'm going to spritz my water on my mat here so I don't get too carried away. Oops. So, oh my gosh, you're a quilter too, Kathy. I have a friend who's a quilter, and I saw her room for the first time the other day, back in May, and oh my gosh, it's crazy. Do you have one of those great big quilting machine with the big quilting machine and sewing machine and all that fancy stuff? Do you have that too? My friend does. It's crazy. There, I like that. Just that little something. Okay, you go back in there. You guys are in there. That's your home. And then I wanted to take my white gel pen, and I want to do a little faux stitching. That's a lot. That's a lot. So if you don't have a long arm, can you do your own backing, whatever they call it, or do you have to take it to somebody? Those things do take up a lot of space, the long arm. I wouldn't even know what it was if I hadn't gone to my friend's room. Okay, I'm going to call that good. Am I? No, I'm going to do a little bit more. Now, I'm going to call that good. What would happen if Okay, I think I'm done now. Let that dry a little bit. I know I can't just leave good enough alone. I think that's going to be a wrap right there. I'm going to take a picture real quick. I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope you're having a great 4th of July. I'm always thankful for visitors to my channel. And I hope that you will visit again. And please hit that thumbs up or thumbs down if you didn't like the video. That's fine too. But I'd really appreciate it if I could see more thumbs up, because I'm just interested. I'm still learning about YouTube and algorithms and all that silly stuff. And I'm just interested to see how it works. So again, have a happy day. Happy 4th of July. And I will see you in the next video.